Well, you know when you hear that sound that it's time for your weekend's movie reviews with our friend Christopher Lloyd from the Film Yap, always giving us his honest, transparent reviews of all things that are hitting theaters and on streaming. Chris, good to see you.
Good to see you. Some would say mean. I don't think we're mean.
Do you get some people saying you're mean?
Every now and then, but you know, we try to do constructive criticism, not just, you know, if a movie is bad, it's bad.
Sure.
It knows it's bad usually. So
You're always fair and you're always honest, so I appreciate that. Let's dive into what's new in theaters. What's first?
The first one is a foreign film, The Zone of Interest, and this is a German-British production, and it tells the story of a family of the Auschwitz commander during World War II living in an estate right next door to the death camp.
Oh gosh.
And if this sounds like something that, you know, like a Hollywood concoction, it's not. This was really true.
Wow.
The family lived there with 5 children. Sandra Hüller played his wife. And not only did they stay and live there, but when he was promoted to another job, they fought for the family to stay there because we want to live next to Auschwitz.
Wow.
Very powerful film. One of those films that's, like you would say, hard to watch, but it's so fulfilling to do so. We never actually see the horrors of Auschwitz.
Gosh.
It's all, as you like hear like gunshots, or you hear, you know, the smoke will waft over the thing. In this film, good timing here to release in Indianapolis because it got a raft of Oscar nominations this week. Surprised a lot of people. It did get Best Foreign Language Film, but also got nominated for Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Screenplay. So obviously a film I really reacted well to, and I definitely recommend.
The Zone of Interest. Interesting juxtaposition of just stories that are happening concurrently.
Yeah.
Man, that sounds interesting. Talk to me about Miller's Girl.
So this is a film, I guess you would call it kind of like a psychosexual drama type of thing. Stars Martin Freeman as a literature professor at a school. Jenna Ortega plays a freshman college student of his who comes in, and he immediately recognizes she's just an immense talent. But they start having this flirtation that kind of turns into something dark and sinister. He asks her to write a story in the voice of her favorite author, and she does it based on his own writings in his books, and just kind of ends up being this very sort of, you know, what's going to happen here with this thing. We do have a review of that from Alec Toombs up on the website. He says, you know, in the hot to not scale, it's kind of more of a not.
More of a not.
More of a not.
All right. And what else was that actor in?
He was Bilbo.
That's what he is. Yes. Okay. Didn't recognize him.
In the Hobbit trilogy.
Yes. Okay. So that's in theaters. The Zone of Interest and Miller's Girl new in theaters. What's new on streaming, Chris?
On Amazon Prime, we've got the new Snoop Dogg comedy, sports comedy, where he plays a retired football star because, you know, Snoop Dogg is completely believable as someone who would play professional football.
Sure, absolutely.
And he has some troubles, and he has to go back to like his hometown, Long Beach, and he's assigned to, you know, the proverbial team of misfits that he's got to coach and bring them up, and you know, all sorts of inspiring sports movie sort of things happen along with some comedy. Also starring our own Mike Epps is in it.
Oh, cool.
So we do a review of that. Unfortunately, Alec Toombs says that this is a early front runner for worst film of the year.
Okay.
But
listen,
if you're a big fan of Snoop, or of course Mike, do check it out. It's on Amazon Prime streaming.
Okay, The Underdogs. Now let's shift into the Oscar noms, and we got some hot takes about some surprises and some snubs. Which do you want to talk about first?
Let's do snubs, because the biggest one that's standing out is Barbie, which obviously, you know, highest grossing film of the year, got a good raft of nominations, but Margot Robbie not nominated as Barbie, and Greta Gerwig not nominated as a director. Both, I think, really pretty big snubs. The Gerwig in particular, because, you know, we've had a lot of years where no women directors get nominated. We did have one this year, but it was for another film, another foreign language film called Anatomy of a Fall, which I didn't really care for. And why not Greta Gerwig? Kudos to Ryan Gosling. You saw stood up for his co-star and director,
I did
saying
see that.
There is no Ken without Barbie, of course. Other big surprises, some people were. Leonardo DiCaprio didn't get nominated. I really didn't like that movie. And I didn't care for him in it.
Flowers of the, what's the
Flowers
name?
of the Killer Moon. That's the Martin Scorsese film.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, 3 hours of him as playing an idiot. Not really exciting stuff. Fantasia, my stuff. Fantasia Barrino did not get nominated for Color Purple. That was too bad. All of Us Strangers is such a tiny film. It was my favorite film of the year. But some cool surprises. Danielle Brooks did get nominated for The Color Purple. I'm very happy about Coleman Domingo, got nominated for Rustin. He kind of hadn't been in the previous awards really contending, so I'm really happy about that. I thought he gave the best performance of the year. America Ferrara for Barbie, I'm really happy that she got in.
Cool.
Jeffrey Wright, got in for his film.
Sure.
And we mentioned The Zone of Interest and Anatomy of a Fall, 2 foreign language films that really got a lot more nominations than people expecting. So if you're an Oscar junkie like me, it's great stuff. We have a podcast up where we hash through all of these more in depth, so go on over and check that out.
Yeah, and you've also got an opportunity for people to win tickets to see Argyle.
Yeah, if you've seen the Spy Caper releasing next week, Argyle, there's going to be a preview screening of that. And Film Yap, we're giving away free tickets to it.
Great.
So head on over to the website. You can subscribe right away, or just hit that button and see if there are any tickets left. They were going pretty fast. We'll have to see.
Pick those up. Yeah, filmyap.substack.com. Hit that subscribe button as well to get Chris's and his team's reviews. Chris, thanks as always. Hope you have a good weekend.
You too, sir.
Thanks, man.